Hey guys, Jeremy here from School of Wok, Covent Garden. It's Wok Wednesday or Wok Less Wednesday, and I'm excited about this even though there's no wok cooking involved. Kor Moo Yang, which is essentially a Thai grilled pork neck with a spicy sauce on the side. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, ding, hit that notification bell, and let's eat some pork. So the first thing I'm going to do is marinate the pork. And this great cut of meat here is actually pork neck or pork collar. You don't always get pork neck or collar in sort of the everyday shop, but your butcher should be able to get it. And if not, you can swap it out with a good chunk of pork shoulder. Now I like this meat, I like this cut of meat because it's got a good amount of marbling in it. And so when I cook it through, it'll be really nice and moist and have a lot of flavor. This is essentially kind of like the Thai version of a Chinese char siu. The marinade around the pork is really, really simple. We've got some oyster sauce, a good tablespoon of dark soy, a tablespoon of fish sauce for that deep, savory, salty flavor, and then the same amount of light soy. So it's all quite salty, savory at the moment. I've got some palm sugar here that's just got some hot water in. I'm going to melt that palm sugar through, and then once that's all melted, I'll pour that over the top as well, and then give it a good massage. And it'll seem quite watery, but we're going to slow cook this, or well, not necessarily, you don't have to slow cook it, but you want to cook it for a minimum of 45 minutes. So this is going straight into the oven, at least 45 minutes, 160 degrees C. Pork's in the oven, you've got loads of time to make a quick sauce. There's a couple of things that are a little bit more different about this, and that is the first thing is toasting off a couple of ingredients. The first is your dry red chilies. I'm going to toast these on a low heat for about a minute or two, and that will just start to bring out the flavor and create a bit of smokiness in those chilies. Now you've got to be careful not to burn your chilies. What you will sort of notice is you'll smell that sort of roasting chili aroma, which is great, and then straight into a food processor. I'll blitz that up in a second. I'm going to make some toasted ground rice, and when you're sort of heating or tempering anything, it adds a nice sort of almost nutty flavor to it. So you get that great sort of deep golden brown color, and you'll smell the sweetness coming out of that. So you just want to crush that into a nice toasted rice grain or powder. So you can see that I've got a nice, it's quite coarse powder of toasted rice. Next, my chilies need a good blitz. So I've got my toasted chili powder. I'm going to put a couple of teaspoons of that in. Take some Thai shallots. And these have just been soaked in hot water just to help peel. And this is a Thai spicy dipping sauce called Nam Jing Jiao. I love the pork in itself, and it'll have that nice caramelization around the edge of it. But without dipping it into this sauce, you know, it's nothing as special. So straight over to the sauce bowl. I'm going to get a small handful of coriander into this as well. Use the stalks, don't waste them. There's a lot of flavor in the stalks. Roughly chopped. Don't over chop your coriander, you don't want to bruise it too much, and that can all pile over the top. Spring onion's going to join that. In Thailand, Vietnam, there's a lot of different dipping sauces, and find it, you know, they really add a lot of flavor, can completely change a dish. So I've got my base ingredients there. Now we're going to start to pile up the sauce itself. So we've got about a tablespoon of palm sugar. I'm going to balance that sweetness out with a squeeze of 1 lime. So we've got nice tartness and sour to this. A couple of tablespoons of fish sauce, and give that a good mix. Try and get that palm sugar well sort of dissolved into there, and you'll see once you start to mix it in, the chili powder that you've toasted starting to mix in. Loads of flavor in this. I haven't even tasted it and I'm salivating. A couple of teaspoons of your toasted rice powder. And there, look at that sauce. Ooh. I'm gonna have to guard my pork neck in the sauce from Lee. So, my spicy dipping sauce, ready for my pork. So this pork has had about an hour now. Once you've basted it, then you want to change your heat to high grill temperature. So I've got mine on 275 degrees C, and we're going to grill this so that it gets a nice char over the top. And then I'll turn it once, baste it again, and grill the other side. So that's got a lovely char on both sides. And then you want to let it sit for a good 10 minutes and just rest, just so that it sort of relaxes out a little before you slice into it. So that's had that time to rest. See that succulent meat? Looks absolutely delicious. We're going to serve that up with the sauce. Thai style grilled pork. The guys don't want me to ruin the photo. They know that I just want to eat all of this straight away. It's beautifully cooked. And actually, even just after that hour, I quite like the texture that has come out. That is so good. The spice that comes from that roasted red chili just sort of makes you like salivate all the way through the palate. In fact, what dishes make you guys salivate the most? Comments below. Guys, great dish. Make sure you make it. Send us photos. Don't forget as well to subscribe, like, comment, ding, hit that notification bell, and eat more pork. Hey guys, thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon so far. We are launching our new Discord server and new tiers for Patreon on the 13th of September. You can get involved with the new chat system, with all our great new content that's going to come out soon. We can't wait to see you there on the new tiers.